Hey, what's up, guys? So, finally, I am doing the Buster Quest video. Now, I did put this off for a while because I kind of wanted to find out how to do it. Well, not find out how to do it, but how to do it without doing too many spoilers. But unfortunately, there's going to be some tad spoilers. It's going to be just a little bit story related, so just be warned about that. I would say it's a little necessary just to show how it is, but I just figured it'll be just good to show you just part of it. Now, I won't complete the quest because, of course, it's story related, so I'm not going to finish it. I'll just show you a little bit and then I'll end the video there. So, this one question someone asked was, well, actually, before I get to that, the fourth successor class launches next week on Wednesday, my birthday of all days, so September 16th. I will do a video on the new successor class, which will be Luster, which is a gun slash class. So I'm going to go into it a little blind because, as far as I know, I've seen some of the skills, I've seen the video that they talked about, and that's about it. So I'm going to go into it blind. I'm going to give you my impressions about Luster, and then hopefully it'll be here sometime next year when part 2 of episode 6 comes out with a 12. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So one question on Buster Quest that I've been asked is it a good way to level up? And well, yeah, you'll be finding a lot of enemies, and depending on your level, the experience points will be plentiful. So yes, it is a good way. Is it better than the experience points level up quest? Hard to say, because more people will probably be doing level up quests versus doing Buster quests for leveling. So just keep that in mind. Though Buster quests will probably be better for drops anyway, but they're gonna do some crazy weird, rare drop boost for the quest for a given amount of time, as if per this video they're doing the ultimate quest that's 100% drop rate. But anyway, I'm going to show you just a little tutorial that they will give you, and then I'll give you more details in it. Now, once you do the story version of the Buster Quest once, that one is done. There are some more that you do to the story. I believe 3, might be a little bit more, depending on how many you complete. But I do recommend doing them, and then you can matchmake into them. So, Buster Quest, again, just going to tell you real quick just how they operate and stuff like that. So there are phases and such to go by. So pretty much it's like tower defense. Like, not tower defense, mining defense is very similar. The concept is similar. Waves of enemies want to destroy towers, blah blah blah. So this one is just destroying the double castle while protecting Buster towers. So like I said, it's the kind of same premise, but you're just on mighty defense, you're on full defense of your bases. So you have phases. So you have your defense phase, and during that, you'll earn points. Just make sure your base doesn't get destroyed. Depending on which Buster Quest it is, you'll have like 2 towers, 3, or maybe even 4. And then you have a Buster phase where you assault the castle. So the castle itself is protected by a wall, and then there's like a cooldown in between the phases to let you like gather points, do buffs, revive the dead, etc., etc. So after that, you can check the statuses. So blue is yours, red's the enemy. So your gauge will go down if your tower receives damage and stuff like that, and then theirs will go down if their castle is destroyed. Of course, if the castle is destroyed, quest is over, you win, and then the gauge will go down if the castle receives damage. Now, the gauge will go down and up slightly depending on how you regenerate your Buster towers if they get damaged. And then if the time does run out, if you have more strength in the enemy, that ends up in a win, but the drops won't be as good because you didn't destroy the double castle, and he gives the best loot. So keep that in mind. So when you die, you do get automatically revived, but you can revive faster if someone's near you with a Moon Atomizer. But it's usually 5 seconds if you're down, 5 or 10, one of those two, I believe it's 10, and then you get back up. So if you're too far for somebody or whatever, wait it out. If you need to destroy something really quick before your towers go out, use a half doll, use escape doll, get back up quickly, but 10 seconds, you're back on your feet. So just like mining defense, there are crystals on the floor, but this one's called mana. And this one will actually regenerate your buster piles so they can destroy the devil castle. So as you can see, you can do up to 4, and they can recover the HP of the buster tower. So when you start a buster quest, the first phase will be collecting mana. So they'll give you dash pass to run around real quick, scoop them up, and then get ready for the first phase. So the buster piles destroy the barriers, as I said before. So the barriers are protecting the devil castles from getting hit. So you'll take turns during phases of protecting your buster piles, like it slowly trudges along. Huh? Oh, great. It just slowly trudges along while you're protecting it, and then so you can destroy the devil barriers. So if any of the piles get destroyed during the phase that you're supposed to be protecting them, you'll have to redo that phase after the enemy takes theirs. So then you have to do your last phase one more time to have them destroy the wall. So make sure you protect the buster piles. It's not very difficult, but again, depending on if it's an urgent quest one or a regular one, it can leave you some hassle. And finally, like we're going to start seeing from now on, enemies don't drop loot in-game. Once you reach the end, you get the big red crystal, all your loot comes out. So your rare drop depends on how your performance is, if you destroyed the devil castle or not. Of course, if you don't destroy him, but you still win, your rewards won't be as good. So keep that in mind. But again, if you've got a really good party, really good group of people who have some good weapons and stuff, you'll be fine. It can get challenging because there's only 8 people, and then sometimes the arenas are really large. So keep that in mind, fight together, blah blah blah, and you guys will do fine. So we're gonna go ahead and close this, and we're just gonna go into the quest so you can see how it looks. So here, Buster Quest, or up here, I just passed it. So this is the main one that you get when you hit a certain point in story mode. It's very early on, so just keep that in mind. So you got your free match. Free matches are used to regenerate your stamina, because you can only do these a certain amount of time before you can't really do them. So you have to use free matches to regenerate your stamina so you can actually do these. So keep that in mind. The advanced one are really harder. So as you can see, you have to be a minimum of 80 for both your main and your sub. But if you're, of course, a Scion class, you just need level 80. And then way better drops, way harder enemies. But if you don't want to do that route, you can just do the regular main match, and then you can go as is. I wouldn't really use the main match to level up like your sub classes. Let the level up classes do that, because it's better anyway. But if you want to, there's no stopping you. You may as well. So I'm going to jump into a story mission. Again, I won't complete it. I will just show you some of it so to give you an idea of how there is. So when you're in story, I have 2 here, but I've already done 1. And one of them is actually required to complete in the story, which will be this one right here. So I've completed this one already, and it won't let you complete it twice. So I can't show you the first one, which is kind of good. But again, it's going to be just a slight spoiler in a minute. Just keep that in mind. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into one of these real quick. I will show you some of it, and then I'm going to wrap the video then, so hold tight. Okay, so this is how episodes 5, their main battle concept will start. You being like captain's quarters, kind of a tent kind of deal, which is not bad. And of course they had your own little loading screens, which are kind of reminiscent of episodes 5's kind of type and old school kind of vibe. I actually don't mind it. So right here, you just begin your quest by just entering the battlefield. And okay, there's other people here, which is surprising. I didn't think other people would be here. But again, they're not really hard to do. Just very straightforward quests, and just like level 90s, it's just going to be easy anyway. But the difficulty just really depends on strictly how many people there are and stuff. But such a story. Oh, and by the way, she's a fairy. If you're wondering why she looked like that, yeah, she's totally a fairy. That's the only thing in episode 5 I'm just going to really spoil. She's a freaking fairy. But as you can see, not every Buster quest is like that. Those are the Buster Towers. That's the Devil Castle. If none of this makes sense, don't worry. I'm not blaming you. It's Episode 5 is really weird, but still really good. So this is first phase. You're just gonna run around, collect crystals and stuff like that. And like I said, the phases change and such. So you're just pretty much in a kind of a tight area, just prepping up for, you know, enemies and stuff like that. So I forgot what level the enemies are during this whole entire thing. I know they're not really high, but like again, depending on how many people there are, it can be quite difficulty. And of course, if you're doing the urgent quest version, it's gonna be whatever difficulty you pick it. So after we do this first initial phase, I'll wrap the video up. So this was just give you an idea how the quests are going. So first, it's just straight defense, and then you're just gonna fight enemies and just killing. Yeah, this is not gonna be difficult. They're already, I can tell, are low level. Yeah, so yeah, they're level 20. But everything gets scaled to level 20, like your weapons and stuff. So if you have really good stuff already, you'll be good. So these are pretty much how the phases go. I know the enemies are really weird and stuff, but they'll throw random stuff at you. So just keep that in mind when you're doing these quests. But it's not really hard, so yeah, like I said, it reminds you of mining defense. So it's not really difficult. But once you do the urgent quest ones, it can be pretty difficult. So just be careful for that, because you only get 8 people, as I've said before. And of course, once you reach the quota of kill the enemies, the quest will just automatically end. Just like mining defense, really. And then once this phase is over, you'll switch to phases where you pull out the buster piles and stuff. And yeah, that's it. Turrets and yeah, because that really fits this time era. But anyway. Yeah, see that, and that just really ends the phase. So it summons the buster piles, and then it keeps going. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video on this note here, just to prevent any more spoilers. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, buster quests are gonna be really fun to do, especially with a group of friends. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. I have a couple more to do. There's some more stuff to cover, and after that, Episode 5 should be announced soon. So, okay, real quick, this is the phase. Just escort the buster piles to destroy the gate. And it's really just rinse and repeat. Just don't let them destroy it. Blah, blah, blah. Like mining defense, but a little different. So, yeah. These 2 markers at the top here, top left corner. Oops, I don't have a mouse. You'll see like little icons of castles. That's where your buster piles are going. And that's what they need to destroy. So once however many are out there destroy the wall, you'll be able to detect the castle, which if you look on the mini map right there is the big little, the boss indicator. So hope this video helped you out, guys. Like I said, this is just a scratch on the surface of Buster Quest. It gets a lot challenging from here. So till next time.